Iranian dissident groups have organized rallies near the White House in support of ongoing protests against the Iranian regime. The People's Mujahideen Organization of Iran, also referred to as the National Council of Resistance of Iran, have staged rallies outside the White House in support of the Iranian protests.
I'm extremely hopeful because this one is different from 9 years ago. 9 years ago, there was still hope that there are two groups within the Iranian government, but this demonstration shows that that story is over. The motto of the demonstration was regime change and done with Ali Khamenei, done with the whole regime. They don't want anything else.
Iran's President Hassan Rouhani has said that the government bodies must provide space for criticism as he has sought to head off days of unrest. But he's also warned the protesters that violence was unacceptable as the part of the protests. Now, Rouhani has finally broken his silence on the protests that have marked the biggest test for the regime since the mass protests which had taken place in the year 2009, seeking a conciliatory tone, saying that the government bodies should provide space for legal criticism and protests and calling for greater transparency and a more balanced media approach.
In recent days, we have witnessed protests. Everyone must be aware of this point, that we are a free nation, and according to the Constitution and human rights, the people are absolutely free to criticize the government and even protest. But the protest should be in such a way as to aim at the end to improve the situation in the country. Yes, people have problems in the economic and social spheres.
Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump and Republican lawmakers have offered some implicit support to tens of thousands of Iranian protesters who are protesting in Tehran. Now, Trump has tweeted, and I quote, "Big protests in Iran. The people are finally getting wise as to how their money and wealth is being stolen and squandered on terrorism. Looks like they will not take it any longer. The USA is watching very closely for human rights violations." This is what Donald Trump has tweeted after protests erupted in Iran. And also in another tweet on New Year's Eve, Trump has attacked Iran on putting social media restrictions amidst the protests and has called Iran the #1 state of sponsored terror.